evening, everyone. AGUA Special Utility District, regular meeting of Board of Directors, August 7th. It is 6:03 p.m. Call to order. Roll call. Dr. Adriana Flores Villarreal. Here. Jose Luis Ochoa. Here. Ricardo Perez. Here. Homero Tijerina.
Here.
Ana Maria Perez.
Here.
And Narciso Solis.
Here.
Okay, we do have a quorum. Warren B, invocation is going to be given by Ms. Cynthia Villarreal.
Heavenly Father, as we gather today to conduct matters of business for AGUA SUD, may you give us your guidance, wisdom, knowledge to make the best decisions for ratepayers and employees. Lord, let this meeting be productive and let your peace surround us today. We ask these things in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Warren D, public comments.
Yes, Madam President, members of the board. Under public comments, we have 5 residents. We have Noemi Ramirez with Lupe Organization. We have Mary Lou Donis with Pueblo de Palma, Kathy Quintalan with the Lupe Organization, Leon Ansaldua with the Lupe Organization as well, and Brenda Salazar with the Lupe Organization as well.
Okay.
For public comment.
Okay.
So, Ms. Noemi Ramirez?
We do have, how many minutes? 3 minutes? Okay. Per person, okay.
Hello, my name is Noemi. I am a member of Lupe and I am a community member of Pueblo de Palmas, Salida del Sol. My question is if the pump has already been installed, the pump that was, we were told was supposed to be placed from mile 3. It's supposed to be a used pump that's supposed to be placed around mile 4. Has it already been installed? If not, when will it be installed? And I would like more or less to have an exact location so that I can go see it, if possible. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have also Mary Lou Donis, Pueblo de Palma, that signed up for public comments. She wasn't going to talk. Okay, and then we have Kathy Quintalan with the Lupe Organization.
And if the witness would just please state your name and your address.
My address? Do we need to give the address?
The address is so you're a member of the district. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. My name is Kathy Quilantan. My address is, I have to give the whole thing, Washington Palm Drive.
Sure.
My comment today is I wanted to know about the loans, how, you guys have submitted them and got bids, more or less know more information on that, if they've came back, if they've approved or they're denied, pretty much, if that's gone forward in any way. That was about it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have also under public comment Leon Ansaldua.
Hello, my name is Leon Saldua, and my address is 8618 Salida del Sol, Peñitas, Texas. And I wanted to know what's the pH level of the water, because I know the pH level is supposed to be between 6.5 and 8.5. So I wanted to know if it was safe for us to drink the water, because I know if it's lower than 6.5, there's too much acidity, and if it's more than 8.5, it's too much. It's a high alkalinity. So I want to know the range where we fall in, because if it's over than 8.5, we can't water our plants, and the plants could die, and then if it's lower than 6.5, we can't drink it nor take a shower, nor our animals can't drink the water neither. So I want to know the range. So that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also under public comment, we have Ms. Brenda Salazar with the Lupe organization.
Mi nombre es Brenda Salazar. I'm gonna talk in Spanish porque es my first language. Vivo en 17510 Royal Palm Drive, Peñitas, y mi pregunta solamente es si puedes mejorar cómo notificar a los usuarios del agua, porque muchas de las personas no usan redes sociales y no se enteran de lo que está pasando. Si pudieran mejorar la comunicación con el cliente y hacernos saber, ya sea por un papel o por un correo, un texto, o no sé, si podrían pues hacer que la gente se entere de lo que está pasando, porque mucha gente no sabe, mucha gente grande no sabe usar las redes sociales y no se entera de las notificaciones que mandan por ahí. Esa es mi única pregunta, si pueden mejorarlo para todo, ¿verdad?
Sí, claro. Muchas gracias.
That's all we have for under public comments.
Okay. We just continue?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Muchas gracias a todos por sus preguntas. Thank you all very much for your questions and your concerns. We appreciate you being here today. Agradecemos de que estén al pendiente y que hayan venido a la junta para darnos, o sea, sus quejas y esas preguntas que tengan. Moving on, item number 2, A, approval of minutes for the May 8, 2023 AGUA Special Board Meeting.
So move.
I have Mr. Tijerina and Mr. Perez as for second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3, discussion and possible action of the change of date for September 2023 board meeting. I'm sorry.
2B.
2B?
You forgot 2B.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. It's because I have another copy. My apology. 2B, approval of minutes for the June 5th AGUA Special Board Meeting. All in favor say aye.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So move. Second.
Okay, and Mr. Ochoa? And what was the first one? Mr. Tijerina. Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Okay, now moving on, question number 3, item number 3, discussion and possible action of the change of date for September 2023 board meeting.
Yes,
Mr. Salinas.
Madam President, members of the board, attached to the packet, there's a calendar for the month of September 2023. Our scheduled meeting is for September 4th, which is a holiday, it's Labor Day. So we wanted to, touch base with the board to see if we can change the board meeting to a different date during the month of September.
So move.
What date?
I would think the
Are we
5th.
gonna decide which date right
Maybe
now?
the 5th, September
We can do
5th.
the 5th, or we can move it to the Monday
the
or the
11th.
11th, or
It's September 11th, though. I don't know if there's going to be any celebration, or I mean, like, not celebration, but.
My birthday. Do-
Okay with any date.
Yeah.
So any board member, it's open for discussion. Any board member could make a motion for a particular date. It would need to be seconded, and if you got a motion and a second, then it would go to the vote. So
Okay, I'm good with any date, so, I don't know.
what we've typically done in the past is the following Monday. Sometimes if people are traveling over holiday weekend, maybe they get back at a different time
Tired,
the following
yeah.
Monday, but it is completely up to the board. Just offer that for historical purposes.
So move it to September 11th.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Perez, and I have a second by Mr. Tijerina. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4, discussion and possible action to approve vendors for auto mechanic services for the district.
No.
We can go to, Madam President, we can go to item number 4, which is the discussion and possible action on amending the non-standard.
Sorry, I'm not gonna go by my copy anymore because it's obviously like not the correct one, so, my apologies for that.
I've
Let me
got
just,
an extra for you, Ms. President.
yes, thank you. Yeah. No, I think it got updated and I printed out the wrong one. Yes, thank you so much, appreciate it. Yes, my apologies. Okay, item number 4. Discussion and possible actions on amending the non-standard service agreement for the water and wastewater to be submitted to LAC Enterprises LLC for the cost related to water service and wastewater for the crossing at the Bensten Palm subdivision.
Yes, Madam President, members of the board, we have with us Mr. Fernando Esteban, representing F2 Engineering, our district engineer.
Good evening, Madam President, members of the board. This development was actually previously board approved, and the developer is requesting to amend it, requesting to change the meter sizes from 2 inches to 1 inch. The engineer provided sizing, and in our opinion, it is acceptable for the change in sizing.
So moved.
I have a motion by Ms. Perez and a second by Mr. Perez. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6.
Number 5.
Number 5, discussion and possible action to approve vendors for auto mechanic services for the district vehicles.
Yes, Madam President, we have this item under, there was a handout passed to the board with the package. Mr. Albert Alonso will be discussing this item, or asset manager in reference to the auto mechanic services for the district vehicles.
Thank you. Good evening, Madam President and members of the board. As you can see in front of you, it's that time of the year where we get our annual bids for services rendered for our vehicles. And in front of you, you have 4 vendors that we solicited a quote from, which is Guzman's Tune-Up in Mission, in Palmview, Joe's Auto in Mission, Euro Clinic Auto Repair, also in Mission, and Diesel Fleet Care here in Palmview. And my recommendation on all 4 of them, as you can see, there's an attachment with their hourly rate for gasoline and diesel fleet, along with their warranties that they offer for parts and also their labor, and also a markup cost for any parts that they buy. It's all based, the markup is based on their cost, not a walk-in price. Their cost is a little bit more cheaper than someone that goes to the auto parts and buys it at regular price. So my recommendation is to get all 4 mechanics on board to do a rotation. And if one is busy, we can utilize another one for any services that we need.
Yes.
Sometimes I get busy and it's hard for us to keep a vehicle, maintained, and it's hard for the district to do their operations. So my recommendation is to put all 4 into a rotation and utilize them as needed.
Yes.
So moved. Second.
So I have a motion by Mr. Tijerina and a second by Mr. Perez. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6, discussion and possible action to approve vendors for tire maintenance and repairs for the district vehicles.
Also,
Go ahead, Albert.
Madam of the Board, President and members of the board, same thing, I solicit quotes for the tire services, which is the fixed flats, any rotations or balances that we need on the vehicles. We got 3 quotes from Pete Muffler Shop in La Jolla. We got a quote from Scott's Tire Center in Mission, and also from Adames Road Service. They're all in McAllen, but they do road services. From all 3, I'm recommending Pete's Muffler Shop and Scott. The reason Pete, it's because they're centralized in La Jolla, and our district is both ways, so we can utilize them. And Scott, he does road service assistance. So we have our heavy equipment, sometimes they're out in the field, they have a flat, they're the ones that can respond to those calls. So I would recommend to use both of them as needed. Plus, Scott, when we do purchase tires from his company, they'll do free tire rotation, free balance, and free fixed flats. So it's like a given bonus for our fleet. So that's my recommendation for both.
Where's Scott's Tire Center from?
They're from Mission.
From Mission?
Yeah, they're on Conway, 1401 Conway.
Okay.
Second.
Where did the motion?
Okay. So I have Mr. Tijerina making a motion, and I have Mr. Perez with the second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, motion carries. Discussion on possible action to approve vendors for oil changes and preventative maintenance for district vehicles.
Madam President and members of the board, same thing. I went out for quotes for oil changes, PM services, oil change, transmission fluids, air filters, diesel filters. We got 3 quotes from Fiesta Lube Express. They're off of Mission, of Business 83, Guzman Tune Up here in Palmview, and also Pete's Muffler Shop. From all 3, Fiesta Lube has been the cost effective in the pricing for the oil changes. And also what they do with us, they recommend if we take a vehicle for service that it's due, they'll do an inspection, and if it's not needed, they won't do the service. They'll call me and say, we can wait another month or so before we can do a service. So we've had that communication, and so far they've been very attentive with our vehicles. So I recommend Fiesta Loop for that service.
So move.
So,
So I have Ms. Perez and Mr. Perez with the second.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question. Are they timely? Like whenever something is broken and you need to send it to them and they need to do some type of repair, do they send it back right away or?
They do send it right away. You're talking about the mechanics or
Yeah.
just in general? The mechanics, they do send them right away. If it's a part they have to order, it's back order, they'll let us know. And there's nothing we can do about that. We have to wait. But if it's a vehicle they can get the part that same day or within a couple of days, they'll do the service. And sometimes they'll let me know, you know what, I'm busy right now, don't bring it in right now because I'm just going to keep it here. So that's why I need someone else so I can get someone that could be available to do the service.
backup.
Yes.
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Albert.
Thank you.
Okay, so I have Ms. Perez and Mr. Perez with the second. Everybody, all in favor, say aye.
aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Item number 8, discussion and possible action authorizing general manager to solicit requests for qualifications for geographic information systems, GIS services.
Yes, Madam President, members of the board, we want to solicit RFQs for GIS services, basically to integrate data for water and sewer lines in the system. AGUA SUD had a program, I'm gonna say probably 5-6 years ago, but we haven't continued with that program in adding the new subdivisions as far as water lines and the new systems as far as the City of Sullivan sanitary sewer system and the City of Palmview sanitary sewer system. So I would like to integrate that data into the GIS. That's what we're requesting to go out for qualifications on this item.
So moved.
I
Second.
have a motion by Mr. Tijerina and a second by Dr. Villarreal. Everyone in favor, say aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Item number 9, discussion and possible action authorizing general manager to solicit requests for qualifications for land surveying services. Mr. Salinas?
Yes, Madam President, members of the board, we're seeking to go out for qualifications on land surveying services, basically so that we can have land surveyors in a rotation basis for any needs that the district may have as far as getting topography, boundary surveys, easements, and also staking of utility lines for the work that we do in-house, and of course any other survey task as necessary.
We don't have.
Yeah, who do we have right now?
We do not have a surveyor. We will need to go out for 3 quotes and get a survey.
For the do the process.
To the process, so basically it'll be the same going as we went out for RFQs for engineering services, geotechnical engineering, and now land surveying, so that we can have a rotation list, a pre-approved rotation list, so that we can get with the land surveyor and for a specific task.
So move.
Second.
So I have a motion by Ms. Perez and a second by Mr. Tijerina. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Item number 10, discussion and possible action authorizing general manager to solicit requests for competitive bids for the Palmview Yard Line Connection Project Phase 2. Mr. Salinas?
Yes, Madam President, we have M2 Engineering to give us a report on this. So basically, we're requesting the plans and specifications are ready for the phase 2 of the yard line project. And the NatBank gave us the go-ahead to proceed on this, so we're requesting for the board to solicit for bids, but go ahead.
Yes, Madam President, that is completely correct. The construction plan for the phase 2 of the Palmview Line Yard Service Connection Project is 100% complete and has been submitted to NatBank and to AGUA SUD for review and approval. This item is specifically to allow the district to advertise by 2 methods for competitive bid proposals for the construction of the project.
They're gonna be sealed bids?
Yes, sir.
We will have to advertise newspaper and, yes, sir, it'll be.
But it'll be sealed bids? Right?
Yes.
Okay, and then you'll let us know the time you're gonna open them up and
Yes,
the
sir.
time and the day?
Yes, sir. In the project manual, we have all the pre-bid date and bid opening detailed.
Once we receive bids, we'll bring it back to the board for approval.
So move.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Tijerina. I have a second by Ms. Perez. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 11, discussion and possible action on approval to exchange and release a 20-foot utility access easement, document number 2866-849 OPRHC for Palmview Sanitary Sewer Project as requested by property owner Laguna Oaks Subdivision, Hidalgo County, Texas.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
We prepared an engineering product that
Thank you.
So basically, Madam President, this subdivision, it's within the City of Mission city limits. When we started working on the Palmview Sewer Project, AGUA SUD installed, through a contractor, installed a force main that runs from Bates Road all the way to Conway to the sanitary sewer plant at South Conway, which is the sanitary sewer plant with City of Mission. This force main, at this particular location, we're looking east of Inspiration Road along 1 mile south. That's the new subdivision that has been constructed. Within that segment, between Los Ebanos and Inspiration Road on 1 mile south, there's a portion of the line that was installed in the private property. So what the developer is asking to swap the easements so that he can keep the clip that is shown on the I don't know if you have on the attachments on the second page. You can see that there's a clip. So basically, what the developer is saying is, let's swap the easement that I have right now, which is within my property, and abandon your easement so that I can keep the clip as part of my property, and you can be on an easement and not on private property. So basically, Mr. Mesa is requesting to swap the easements. We do not object to that. However, we have sent the documentation to the Water Development Board so that we can get an okay from them, because the purchase of this property is tied down to the actual loan that we have.
Right.
So basically, it's contingent to get approval from the Water Development Board in order for us to do the swap of the easements.
And you'd need a new legal document stating that correction, correct?
Yes.
Or
yes,
that exchange of,
It'll have to be recorded at the county as a separate instrument.
And the swap is at no cost?
At no cost. Is that correct, Mr. At no cost.
That is correct.
It's a
And who
win-win.
would take care of the fees? Like any fees or any legal fees or like with the county or all those types of fees?
There's no, actually, the developer already did both the survey document and the meets and bounds. It's just a matter of us going into the county and record those documents.
Until we get approval from the.
Until we get approval from the Water Development Board.
It's a win-win situation. The
Yes.
developer
Yes,
gets
of course.
to
Yeah,
take that
yes.
property, and we actually get an easement where our line is, which
Yeah.
is good.
yeah, definitely.
Private property.
So move.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Perez and a second by Mr. Perez. All in favor say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 12, General Manager's Report. A, June financials. Mr. Salinas.
Yes, Madam President, members of the board, I have here with us Mr. Jaime Reina, Finance Director, that will give us a summary on the June financials.
Yes, board, these financial statements are prepared as of June 30th, so this is the end of the second quarter, 50% of the year. If you could please turn your attention to the statement of revenues, expenses, and changes in that position. Here you'll see our operating revenues are at 48% of the budget, of total operating revenues, and operating expenses are at 49% of the budget. Overall, we're currently in line with budget.
Any questions? No. Anybody else? Any questions? Okay. 12B, second quarter investment report.
Yes, board, this investment report is as of the end of the second quarter, June 30th. The investment report takes a look at the interest earnings generated by our bank accounts. On the second page of this report, on the bottom, you'll see the period earnings for the second quarter are $116,000. Year to date, we've generated $216,000 worth of interest.
Where's that number?
On the second page towards the bottom.
Okay. Thank you.
Item number 12C, update on stage 3 drought contingency plan.
Yes, Madam President, we continue, AGUA continues to be under the drought contingency plan stage 3. We continue to announce it weekly. So we have not, I guess, resigned into or stepped down into stage 2. We will continue to stay on stage 3, which is mandatory, the water use restrictions until further notice. I do not have a time frame right now, but I will keep updating the board on a monthly basis as far as being on stage 3.
I don't know who's notifying Channel 5, but every morning when I'm watching the news, they usually post our map of who's allowed to water.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know, it's just been continuous announcing.
Announcing, yes.
I know one thing that was brought up in public comments is that, is there a way, because we do have an app for that app to send out text notifications?
Okay.
Is there, I just don't know if that app is capable of it.
We can check on that. I'm not aware of if it's capable to do that, if they have the app to send notifications. I'm assuming so, but I can get that answer for you.
Yeah, because if they don't have the social media, at least if they do have the AGUA app, it can send a message to all ratepayers.
For instance, you mean like when we moved from stage 3 to stage 2?
Or
Okay.
water's being shut off in Palmview because there's something going on over here or something like that.
Yeah.
Just sending out.
Sending notifications.
We
That would be.
And the
announce
water
it on the water bill.
But I know that it takes, the month to get there, but, cause I know there's, the university or STC has apps, and that's where they send the emergency notifications and things like that, having something like that for our app.
Sure.
Okay, we'll check on that.
Salinas, are we testing the water?
We're testing the water, yes.
Do we have the values?
We test the water, yes, on a weekly basis. I'll get those values for the person we have his contact information, and we'll get those values for him.
Yeah,
as
just
far
so
as
we'll
the
know if
pH
we're
and all that.
between the 6.5 and the 8.5.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any further questions? Okay, 12D, update on inline booster station.
Yes, Madam President, members of the board. So we met with the engineer last week, last Friday. He has completed the survey on the area and the topography. And right now, the location that we're looking into for the inline pump that we're looking into installing. It's on the northwest corner of 4 Mile Line in Palmview. Now there's the engineer's working on the plans and specifications, so it's gonna take approximately 3 to 4 weeks. So I'm looking into having the solicitation for bids by the next board meeting, right? So that we can, so that the board can authorize us, AGUA SUD, and the engineer to solicit for bids for this project. Now there might be a time setback because of the components of the pump and the actual control panel, but we'll advise the board on that as we go on through the next board meeting to see what's more efficient and soon available, so that we can have that pump installed. Right now our system it's stable. We have been getting the readings on a daily basis, and we have been keeping up with the pressure in that zone.
Yes.
Have we tested the pump?
They did open the existing pump to do maintenance on it.
But we haven't turned it over.
We haven't turned it over, but it should be working. But it's just a matter of doing maintenance on it if we're gonna keep the same pump. If not, we'll put it as part of the solicitation for bids.
And that was one of the questions, right, also from
The pumps.
Yours?
Yes. Yes. And we have the pump, can we mention the location of the pump? Because she wanted to know
Yeah,
the exact location,
the
just so that.
location, the installation of the pump that we're looking at, the area, it's on the northwest corner of 4 Mile Line and Tompkins Road.
You okay with this? Okay. Yes. All right. Any questions, comments? Okay. Moving forward, item 13, District Engineers Report. 13A, NetBank Technical Assistance Agreement, sewer hookups.
Madam President and members of the board, item A, NADBank Technical Assistance Agreement is for phase 1 of the yard line project that is currently going on. The contractor is working to complete the remaining 20 homes, and it is anticipated that they'll finish in September, within the next month. The additional areas being proposed, phase 2, is also ready to receive bids in this month, in August 2023, and start construction in September. We have a project status meeting with NADBank and EPA scheduled for 10 a.m. on August 9th for a project status.
13B, Mendiola Water Storage Tank Project.
Yes, Madam President. Item D is in regards to the Mendiola Water Storage Tank Project. The design team has completed the construction and is pending project closeout documents, which include an affidavit of all bills paid, unconditional release lien waiver, and a list of all subcontractors. Additionally, the project engineer is requesting that a letter be provided by AGUA SUD General Manager or board approval of the credits being provided by CSJ Group for the deficient electrical work. That was for the aluminum corrugated pipe that was installed that CSJ is requesting a credit for. We met on site with a third-party contractor, and they verbally gave us a quote for $12,000. We're currently waiting on red lines from the project engineer to get that in writing from the third-party contractor. And once we get that, we'll go ahead and present that to you guys and solicit for approval.
It's the opposite. A credit given to AGUA.
A credit given to AGUA. I'm sorry. Yes.
Oh, so it's a credit that's going to be given to us.
Yes.
Because of
Yes.
the material that was used for the electrical conduit.
Okay.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. All right. 13C, the Texas Water Development Board Palmview Sanitary Sewer Improvement Project.
Madam President and board members, we recently, M2 Engineering, provided the Chapman Law Firm with a report of the televised areas there along Ibirreina, the G1 service area. We also solicited the help of a land surveyor to help us find existing elevations and data of the installed sanitary sewer manholes, just to collaborate what's actually installed and what should be there and what's actually out there. So currently that's under review with the Chapman Law Firm, and we will provide an update once we hear back.
So Chapman should have some news for us soon?
Yes. I'm not sure if he's gonna be, on the call.
No, he's not
He's
gonna
not
be
gonna
on
be
the
here
call.
today.
No, but we did receive an email that we'll share with the board.
Okay, perfect.
Item D, the capital improvement update. The CIP has been completed and is just pending a meeting with the committee to finalize and submit for final revision to the district.
E. Liberty Road widening waterline relocation project.
The Liberty Road widening waterline relocation project was a project that is already underway. The project had a revision that we had to coordinate with LNG, which delayed the start of the construction. Coordination has been complete, and the anticipated start date of construction is August 16th, 2023.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Item number 14, executive session. As provided by the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code Sections 551.071, 551 through 551.091, the Board of Directors may convene in a closed executive session to deliberate, discuss, or consult regarding the matters listed below on proper motion and approval of any of the items set forth above. Under Texas Open Acts Meeting, Texas Government Code Section 551.071, consultation with attorney. A, cause number C-3353-20I, SMB Infrastructure versus AGUA Special Utility District and the District Court of Hidalgo County, Texas, 398th Judicial District. B, Performance Service, Inc. litigation. C, Senate Bill 1188 regarding the amendment to district enabling legislation. D, Mendiola Water Storage Tank Project. And E, Service Capacity Limitations and pending applications. I need a motion to go out to executive session at 6:39.
Second.
So I have a motion by Dr. Villarreal and a second by Mr. Tejerina. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries.